So Phil, you've played this game the most. What actually happens when you put the disc in and you say, I want to start playing this? So what's the first thing that goes on there?
Really sad music, and everyone's around a campfire, and then you're like, who are these people?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Why am I looking at them? And then you realize you have to hit start, and then it's going to get you to the menu.
Yeah. It took me like at least 2 days to get that far.
Yeah. Just staring at everyone looking sad at the fire.
This is my story.
He doesn't say that until you hit new game.
Still.
It's just the sad music.
Let's all talk about how much we hate Titus's voice actor.
I mean, he's not the worst voice actor ever.
Right.
But
That's not
it could
really
be
a
better.
vote of confidence.
But what is it? Titus or Titus?
There's another question. I'm in the Titus camp.
I prefer Titus.
I mean, I can see where the Titus people are coming from. It's probably how they would pronounce it in the original Japanese.
Correct.
Be like Titus.
And that's fine. But Titus is like a real-life name.
There's also
Titus,
Titus
isn't it?
Andromeda in Kimmy Schmidt. That's neither here nor there, but it's
spelled differently,
I
mind
was
you.
going to ask, is it TIDUS or TITUS?
it's
Titus.
DUS.
The-
But I'm comparing it with a name of comparable spelling.
I see.
So I felt the need to clarify that. I've always thought it was Titus until I saw a podcast where they pronounced it differently. And I didn't think I liked that very much.
It's kind of like certain Pokemon names. Like, you're like, oh yeah, it's definitely pronounced this way. And then you hear the official pronunciation and you're like, oh,
I'm still going to say it the other way, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Low-key, just gonna not do that. Head canon is true canon.
I had an English teacher one time who said, if you can't figure out how to pronounce somebody's name in the story, just say Bill.
Bill.
You can spend too much time thinking about how it's actually pronounced and just move on with your life, really.
Did some of us decide to name Titus something else?
Oh, yeah. Mine is Hi, I'm Mick, but it's all scrushed together, so it actually looks like
Himmick.
Yep.
I was gonna say, I don't think you can fit that many. It can give you
I tried. You can't
limited
do it.
characters.
I'm pretty sure I named him my name, James, so I always like to name him. I like to think I'm the hero of this story.
I just
This
kept
is
it
my
Titus.
story.
You're not part of it.
This is my story. What did you name Titus?
I went with Chungoose.
Oh, yeah.
So what's happened so far? Like, I don't know. I'm reading over my notes, and the first thing I wrote was, who's the ghost kid?
Oh yeah, you cried.
So it starts out.
He's a little jerk. That's who this kid is.
Yeah.
It starts out with the main character, ready to play a championship game in Blitzball, which is a sport that's really big in their world.
It's the Quidditch of
Yeah.
their world. Or like, soccer.
Playing in water, it looks like.
Yeah.
They play in water. So I mean, I just had
Water
to,
sports.
So we just kind of had to use the Mario physics logic for why they can
Breathe
be
underwater.
for so long. They're not. Didn't they have like a canon explanation? Like somebody said Blitzball players can hold their breath for 10 minutes or something.
No.
I
It's
don't think
like,
that's ever explained.
at some point, I think the announcer at the beginning of it actually mentions, like, the guy talking about his dad, Jekt, over the radio when you're first running on the road after you leave your boathouse. I think he mentions, like, oh yeah, professional blitzball players can hold their breath sometimes hold their breath underwater up to like 3 days. It's nuts. Like, which is,
physically impossible. But that's
sure.
Fine. It's fine.
Are they human though? It's a fantasy land where there's a weird giant sea creature that kills everyone.
My notes here are actually Final Fantasy fashion.
Yes.
I'd like to take a minute to point out what exactly the hell is Titus wearing. He has a 1/4 hoodie, which is yellow with white accents. He's wearing blue gloves, a shoulder guard, blue, elbow pad, red, gauntlet, blue and yellow, a chunky bracelet over the gauntlet, and all that's on his left arm only. He's wearing overall shorts with some sort of matching waistcoat thing and an attachment that makes the right leg longer, and then bright yellow shoes.
Yeah, I was going to say, make sure you point out that the shorts are not an even length.
No.
It's the hottest fashion for the early 2000s. What do you want?
I think when I mentioned this before, Jan, you had something to say about there was a lot of asymmetry in the fashion that they were doing.
Yeah, the sleeve lengths,
Mm-hmm.
the pant length, also were not consistent, and that usually is one of the first things I notice about a piece of fashion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I thought it was interesting too that like it was opposite. So like his right arm was all decked out in like 6 different things, and then his left leg had the long pant leg.
Okay, so there's some degree of symmetry depending
Right.
on the axis that you're referring to.
Yeah.
It's almost like a balanced asymmetry.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good way to put it. Should start to hit the fan.
His fan club.
Yeah.
Oh,
his
yeah.
dad,
Teach
That's how
us
you
how
do
to blitz.
That's how you end up getting your character's name because you have to sign the blitz ball.
Right.
Yeah.
his crazy wannabe fans,
Mm-hmm.
and the 2 girls was like, "Oh my gosh."
He's like, if I make a goal, I'll do this. What did he do?
He puts his
Like,
hands over his
yeah.
head like he's.
Like a triangle.
I think. Did he do a
He did,
triangle?
I thought he did something like
I think
like
it was
that
just
or
supposed to
something.
be a generic like celebration, so that they would just think when he celebrates that he's celebrating for them. It seemed like that trying to show.
Oh!